This is the second of 3 orientation videos for you to get acclimated to your fall 2020 course, Moral Issues Today, which is an introduction course, a survey of Catholic ethics. In the first video, I talked about what the course is about and how it works and how to get in touch with me. And in this video, the second of the 3, I'm going to talk about grades and grading. The basic outline of the grades for this course and how the grades are decided can be found in the syllabus on page 3. It's right here. As you can see, the majority of the grades emphasis is on the regular weekly work, the work that you do every week just to ingest the course's material. There are a couple of small projects, and the final paper counts for 25 of the possible maximum 100 points that students can earn over the course of the semester. How do you know what's due and when it's due? In the syllabus on page 15, you will find the beginning of the course schedule. Every week's layout and a brief reference to the assignments that are due for that week can be found here on the syllabus. I mentioned that page 3 on the syllabus gives you an outline of what the requirements are for the course and how much each of them is worth as a category of grades. The rest of the syllabus gives more details about each of these categories. The small projects, for example, you can find that explained beginning on page 7 of the course syllabus. They add up to 2 different tests, which will happen, both of them early in the semester, and a paper proposal, which will also be early in the semester. The final paper is described beginning on page 8. And the weekly work that will be due on a normal basis is described starting on page 6. Each week's work adds up to a maximum of 5 points towards the 100-point grade total that students could earn for the course. Every week has at least one kind of assignment. A lot of weeks have more than one assignment. All of this stuff can be done online. But during the weeks where we have in-person class meetings offered, it may be that there is an in-person version of one of the online assignments that we'll work on in class, or it may be that I will offer a different sort of exercise that would substitute as the assignment. And for students who choose to come to class and work on that stuff, that will be a part of your grade for that week's weekly work instead of one of the assignments that are expected of students online. So you'll have some prerogative there. Details about those things will come up as we go. It's not all necessarily decided yet because it's hard to tell exactly what in-person class meetings are going to really be like. I want to talk a little bit about the final paper. Here I'm looking at syllabus page 8. The final paper is somewhere between 4 and 6 pages, and it asks one very specific ethics question. In order to explain what you're after with the ethics question you're asking, you can describe an ethics case, which illustrates the sort of ethics question that you're interested in. You will then take 2 of the theories of ethics that we use and answer your own ethics question using each of them, first one, then the other. This is demonstrated here in the syllabus on page 9, where I have what can serve as an outline for your final paper. And for the last page or 2, you finally, in this paper, get to your main point, which is to talk about the 2 ethics theories that you've just shown off, and to say something about which one you think works better, or which one you think is more about what morality actually is all about. That's called meta-ethics, and it's the topic that we will be able to dig down into at least a couple of times during the semester. When it comes to thinking of what kinds of question you want your final paper to focus on, if you think you have a crazy idea, just propose it. See what happens. I'd like to see your imagination go a little bit wild so we can have some interesting topics to talk about.